Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing on this beautiful morning? Hope everybody is doing well. I myself am doing just peachy keen. Morning, Mr. Ed, Mr. Pete, Mr. TC. Yeah, I saw your post, Pete. I think you linked it on Discord too. It looked really good. The lines on it looked awesome. So last night, I carried my Ultratech because it came in yesterday. We will talk about that shortly, but I had that in the front pocket. And actually I had that in the back pocket to start the night. And I had this in the front pocket. Well, I took both of those last night. And then halfway throughout the night, I switched over to this one. I was wrong about Sever buying that one. I had it set aside. Somebody else was interested. I don't even remember. But I carried this in my back pocket after I put this one in the front pocket. Let's see, real quick. I'll show Pete's knife that he did. He put some satin lines on it. Let me see. Click the link. Show the picture. I like that one the best. So here's the knife Pete was talking about. So yeah, looks very good, Pete. Looks way better than any of the other models they have. It's Ketuo dog, Pete. Or Ketuo something, probably. Morning, keep it scale stupid. How are you, sir? Yeah, the other side looks good too, Pete. Looking good, looking good. Let's see here. So, when I got this knife and I tried to open it, it instantly failed. It failed, and I could not get it to open and close consistently at all. Like, not a single time. So, I was like, well, okay. It's probably got too much oil in it. So I took it apart, and I cleaned all the oil out of it. And I did the little test that he showed yesterday where you pull the blade slowly and it doesn't engage, and then you pull it kind of swiftly and it does engage, and it was perfect. So I just cleaned all the oil out and put it back together. And since that, I have done 1,000. I've probably done 1,100 by now. But each one of these lines represents 10. So there's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. I fired this thing 1,000 times throughout the night in little bursts of 10. And every time I would do 10, I would make a little mark. So I've literally fired it over 1,000 times now without a single fail. And the lockup on it is amazing. Like, so, yes, it is very good. I will take it apart and show you what I was talking about the tuning on it. But it's pretty dang awesome. When I was cutting the box open, the lamia was very sharp. And something crazy about the box, I want to show y'all this box. So I was cutting this box open, and what it is an old Microtech box. Since they're releasing it under the brand Vespa, they don't really need this box. So they took the old box and made a new box out of it, which is pretty resourceful. But as I was cutting through this, I cut the bag, which sucks. Good morning, Christopher. Good morning, drummer. But yeah, it is great. So like he said yesterday, all you got to do is take these 4 screws out. And after you get these 4 out, you start on the clip side. And after you get these 4 out, you go to the clip side and you take out you got to have a T30. You take out the longer screw, which goes through the clip. You got that in the clip. And you flip it back over. And you make sure that you just hold down on this while you take this one out. And after you take this one out, the glass breaker part will just slide right out. There's those 2. Then all you have to do is push in on the button, and while you're pulling the top off, just gently lay the button to the side with the spring still attached to it. So the spring is in the back of that little button. And then you've got the knife. And then you forgot to disengage the blade. So you take the button, you put the button back on, and you take the top, and you put the top back on, and you hold it tightly while you fire it into something. To disengage the blade. Then you do that again. Take the button off, take the top off, and then you have the mechanism. So this little part was just soaked in oil. I wiped it all clean. It did come with 2 extra springs. And then this is the part that he showed tuning yesterday. So when you slide it all the way to the back, you can see that little set screw back in the back, right in there. But I didn't have to adjust it at all, because when I did this, so watch. You have to when I pulled it out slowly, all the way to the end, the lock wouldn't engage. So it won't engage. But when I pull it hard, it engages. So it's perfect. So basically all I did was clean the oil out, but you can see it won't engage when you just barely pull it out. See how it's not locking? And then when you put a little pressure behind it, it locks out. And then there's absolutely 0 side-to-side play. So they nailed it. I didn't have to do any kind of tuning. I'm kind of glad. Although, I guess it wouldn't have mattered either way. But when you pull it out slowly, it will not lock. And then when you pull it out kind of forcefully, it does lock up. That's perfect tuning. To put it back together, all you do is drop this little thing back on. Pop the clip, pop the button back on. Well, dang it. Stayed in there when I was being careful with it at work. There we go. Hold the button on it. Put that back on. All right, slide the glass breaker back in. Put the little screw in. Get the little screw good and tight. Put the clip back on. Yep, 1,000 fires with no misfire. That's pretty wild. I wanted to give it a proper stress test, and I'd say 1,000 is enough. But anyway, John was asking me yesterday, and I told him to wait till I checked it out, and I'd say it's a go. The fit and finish on it are awesome. The tolerances are great. They just added too much oil. When I posted it on Reddit, I mentioned the fact that a lot of these companies just soak stuff in oil because they don't know how long it's going to be sitting on a shelf. Like Tucson, they're known for the same thing, like just dipping knives in oil before they put them in the bag. And I would much rather have a company that used way too much oil than not enough oil. But that was the case with this one. They just had too much oil in it. So I just wiped it. I mean, I didn't even clean it very good. I just wiped off the oil that I could see, and it's fired over 1,000 times now, flawless. And I swear the lockup is crazy. It still trips me out how solid it feels. But anyway, it's a go, and I'm going to buy another one. I'm going to buy the drop point. William, we were working on the Microtech Ultratech clone by Vespa in M390. I fired it over 1,000 times throughout the night. Each one of these lines is 10 times. And there's 100 of those little lines. So I fired it 1,000 times without a single fail. That is the Vespa Ultratech Gen 3. I've been firing this one throughout the night too, and it still hasn't failed too. That high finder is nice. I can't wait till Vespa comes out with the M390 version of this, the Gen 3 Combat Trudon. Because I've never been a fan of OTFs because of this blade wiggle right here. You can see it wiggling. I just can't stand that. But this one has absolutely nothing. Like, you cannot move this one at all. Anyway, now that we've gone over that, let's talk about something else. I don't mind smashing that like button before you forget. Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to talk about. I had something set out yesterday. A few more of my Yeah, William, I saw that post you said. You asked about some knife. And I couldn't figure out what you were talking about. Morning, Cliff. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I couldn't understand what you were at, which one you were asking about. The picture you sent wasn't the greatest in quality. So I couldn't figure it out. I'll show it on screen here. See if people... I can't even tell what kind of box it is. It's really blurry. It's some kind of dagger. And I don't even know what that box is. Can somebody else figure that out? Didn't come through as a video, it's just a picture. And it's super blurry. Slip joints that are hit. Oh, this one? Oh, that's a... I don't know what that box is. So it looks like a slip joint, but it's a hidden auto. Huh. Slip joint. Hidden auto. Never heard of such a thing. Hidden auto knives. The whiskers. The Cobra Tech Viper is one of the newer ones. It's got the hidden mechanism. It's pretty much just like a...
What's going on?
Whiskers, though. So there's a Whiskers and there's a Cobra Tech Viper. But they don't look like a slip joint. They look like a folding knife. You just push the scales to the side. Same way, I'm sure. Same mechanism you're talking about. But I haven't seen one. I know Cobra Tech has a few hidden release knives. Oh, there's one. Hold on. Just saw one. This one right here. There you go. That's the one you're talking about. Gotta be. So let me figure out what that is. Hold on just a second. That is a white hidden release trapper from Big Bend. Big Bend. Here you go, William. Got the link for you. That's probably the same one. So $90 for the white hidden release trapper in D2 blade steel. Gedrodis, thank you, John. Gedrodis makes some. Well, I can't spell auto. Why is my U sticking? My keyboard battery must be going out. Oh yeah, we saw those. Yeah, those are those ones. We saw that at Blade Show. I showed that circuit board one before. I forgot that was his last name. Yeah, and he's got some cheaper models too. I don't know why I'm not following him. Should be. But he does have some cheaper ones like this. A-locks. He has some that look like Swiss Army knives. But that one I sent you is probably the one. Yeah, that one right there is probably close to what you saw, because it was on a TikTok ad. Wouldn't be surprised if you ran across that somewhere. Yeah, we had talked about the circuit board knife. They're pretty cool, though, little Swiss Army style. Yeah, William, you just slide on those. You just slide the top to the right. On the Magic, you slide the back to the right. On those, you just slide the top right up here to the right. On the Magic, you use your palm and push the top scale to the left on the back. You push it that way, but on those, you push to the right at the front. Let me grab the Magic. I mean, the whiskers, whatever they call it. I don't even know where my whiskers is. It should be right here, but not seeing it. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. So the whiskers is the opposite. The whiskers, you slide the back to the left. So you just grip it in your palm and you use the top of your thumb pad to push the top of the scales over. You can see it move right there. And then you do the same thing to close it. You just squeeze it with your hand. Oh, I got this from OK Knives. I believe they're still on there, William. We can go check real quick. I don't care. Yeah, last time I checked, they still had them. Whiskers. Yeah, there it is right there. They got the BR1. They got the first one and the second one. I got one of the second ones, I believe. They're $45. And first gen one with the crazy red handles, $39. Here, I'll send you the link to the better one. There you go. No, the Vespa with zero blade play. You have to find on AliExpress by typing Vespa knife. And then you go look for the one that says zero rotation. And of course, they're not popping up. So then you go to the, I'll find it, hold on. It's this store. And it says, hold on. I think it's in the ad, it's the yellow one. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on this page. Hold on. I don't know why AliExpress shows different links on mobile and on web browser. I know it says 0 rotation. There it is. So here's the one that I bought, the OTF, with real M390 blade steel. And yes, OK Knives is on AliExpress. They have a couple of stores. All you got to do is type in OK Knives AliExpress, and it should come up for you. And then you find there's, that's not it. Let's see. You can also just type OK Knives store in AliExpress, and it should take you to some. That's not it. This will be one of them. OK Knives 2 store. See if this one has the whiskers. You could probably type whiskers knife. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there's the OK Knives ad. I just saw it. Hold on. It's right here. So this is the same knife on AliExpress for $47 instead of $45. There you go, William. See you later, William. But yes, I've gotten a stitch on AliExpress too. They have a bunch of stitches. All right, back to what I said. There was a couple of knives I wanted to show. We hadn't really talked about. I mean, we have talked about them, but we went over a lot of Spydercos the other day. And I had a few more left that I don't ever hardly show, like my stovepipe. Which Ed, I think, loves this little knife. I like it too. It's just a little too small for my hands, but when you choke up on it, it feels really good. But the stovepipe, and then I had my titanium Edgerati and my titanium PM2. I showed a different one. I've got a couple of these. And then my titanium Bodacious. Showed it the other day. And then there's that crazy Fareed K2. Won't even hardly fit here. And then the Nirvana. And then the Spidey Chef. Spidey Chef is a cool one. And then the Slice or Swish or whatever, however he says it, Bowie. But yes, William, to answer your question, here's one of my manual stitches. They have auto ones too, but I kept this manual one. And it's a very comfortable knife. I just kept the cheap G10 one. I don't have a titanium one. I don't like it enough to get one. I mean, it's pretty nice. And then the other one is the MSI. I've just got a cheap one of those too, with the ram lock, manual ram lock, same way. And this is a pretty comfortable knife too. They both have real big finger choils. This is a big knife. And I've also got the OK Knives version of the PM2 with some kind of real blade steel. And this one was totally missing this cutout right here. So when I got it, the scales still had that in there. It had a little thin piece back there. It was all cut out, but it still had a little thin piece connecting it back there. So I just cut it out with like a razor blade or my Dremel or something. But you couldn't even get to access. I mean, you could, but there was a little thin flap. You can't really block people on YouTube, I don't think. You can or maybe you can. But yeah, I can tell you how if there's a way. I don't think you can block people. You can hide their comments and stuff. You can because I've got a guy that probably still comments on my videos every day, but his comments get deleted automatically, and he probably thinks I'm seeing all of them. But the way you see who you've blocked is here, let's see if we can find it together here. Well, better not. Hold on. Let me find it real quick. So just do the simple how to see who you've blocked on YouTube. Here you go. Here's how you do it.
Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to find blocked contacts or users on YouTube. These are people that can't interact with your channel anymore. They can't comment or mention you on YouTube. To find them, open your YouTube app, click on You at the bottom right corner. Now click on Settings, click on Privacy. Now click on Blocked Contacts.
It's under Privacy, under Settings.
Yeah, you're going to see all the blocked users.
So go to Settings, Privacy. Yep.
Settings.
Go to Settings, and then Privacy.
Click on Privacy. Now
and then Block Contacts. That's how you do it. Morning, John. By the way, good morning, Mr. Robin. Didn't even see you pop in. You just came in answering, asking away, huh? Yeah, mod can block people. Yes, a mod can block people. Guess I should get out my other 3 titanium Spydercos. See if I can get them on the table. There's a PM2. I mean, pair of 3, sorry. Then I've got a military 2. And I got another PM2. So that's actually, well, I take that back. I've still got a Python. I should put the Python with the rest of these. I need to get it out. Put it in this case. So give me just a second. Let me find it. It's in my clone case. There it is. There's all my John, that is the K2, the Farid K2. Farid K2. It's one of those ones with tip down carry only, but it's a lot bigger than even the military, and the military is a big knife. But that's all my fake titanium. Oh, that one doesn't count. Oh yeah, that one does. Sorry, this one doesn't count. This one does count. Anyway, that's all my fake Spyderco's, titanium Spyderco's. And then I've got a these are my real ones. These are my real ones. And I think, is that it? I think that is it as far as my Spyderco's go. So I've got 5 real ones. Oh wait, I've got a Mannix 2. Morning, Michael. I've got a Mannix 2 XL. It's real also, but it's in my for sale box. So I got six real Spyderco's, I guess. Can't believe I cut that bag while I was opening the box. That's the first one I've ever done that with. But yeah, it does dwarf all kinds of knives, John. And I don't know if you saw this morning yet, John, but I sent you a thing where I got my Ultratech yesterday, and since all I did was take it apart and clean the oil off, and I've had about 1,100 successful fires in a row with no failures. So I would give them a thumbs up, good to go. If you want to buy one, I ordered the drop point last night after learning that it would fire 1,000 times without failure. And it's also got absolutely no blade play whatsoever. I mean, it feels as solid as any folding knife I've got. But I fired it in little groups of 10, and every time I would do 10, I would make a mark. And there's 100 marks on here. And I've done 100 on stream since I started showing it this morning. So I know I've done at least 1,100. Oh, Christopher, you asked about the heat treat. I have no idea, man. I hate tip down carry knives, and I'm past the point of carrying giant knives like my Espada and stuff in my pocket. So I have not used this one at all. I've not cut anything with it, and I won't need to sharpen it for years to come, probably. So I can't help you out there on the heat treat. I have not put it under my sharpener or anything, so I have no clue. Wish I knew where my wax was. I would wax all these up, wax on, wax off before I put them up. But I have no idea what I have done with that stuff. I don't know where the little applicators I made are either. Yep. Huh. That's weird. I hadn't thought about the fact I haven't seen that in a while. Alright, what knives are we going to talk about today? What's new on the... Morning, Waylon. Yeah, what's new in the knife world? I'm about to drink some coffee and let y'all tell me what to talk about. And they're people in their CRKs. They're really dedicated, aren't they? I like it. I like it. I feel their pain. William, I made those little lanyard things. I showed them on stream. I don't know where they are either. But I made those little lanyard things. I was trying to look around for that stuff, but I do not see it. I think, I don't know why or where I would have posted that. It would have been a long time ago, but I posted the picture in the Discord somewhere. I hate to search on Discord, though. It really sucks. There's something else I ran across that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, this guy got one and didn't have to clean the oil out or nothing. Or maybe he did and just acted like it was perfect, but he said his came perfect. I really like that blade shape too. So I went ahead and ordered that one. There's your $18 nimble. Amazon. Oh, by the way, I believe it's the same company that he just showed in this picture. Hawaii. This company name right here. HUAAO. This company on Amazon has got all kinds of non-branded, so they're replicas, not clones. So they have like the 940 here, but it doesn't have any of the logos on it anywhere. So they got the 940 auto, and somebody bought one of those and said it was decent. But they also have the bug outs, but they don't have the labeling on them. So if you're against the labeling, that might be for you. If you want a replica instead of a counterfeit, or if you want a clone instead of a counterfeit, But they also have the Protect. What else they got here? The Benchmade, the outdoor, the whatever it's called, something or other. They have the Gravity, the Exo M Riot Gravity Knife, but none of them are. They have the Launch series, but they don't put Kershaw and stuff on them. They don't. I guess that's how they get away with selling them. They have the Leak. Yeah, those Free Wolf ones are pretty good on AliExpress. They're the same ones you get from OK Knives. And the same ones that Jufool and Lemifshi sell versions of. There's that $18 Nimble. But anyway, that company HUAAO on Amazon has a bunch of the Benchmade and Kershaws, but they don't say it on it. So there's the. They don't have the labeling, which is kind of cool in a way. Make it your own. Seaplanes. What about how many pilots there are in Alaska? Like, there's a crazy number of stats for how many people have a plane in Alaska. Because they use them like cars. Like, literally. That's pretty wild. That's a good lineup. Civivi and Sin Cuts. Nothing wrong with a good Civivi and Sin Cut. But things are getting so saturated around the $60 mark now. They're all just so good. It's pretty much like, which one do you want, you know? Then you end up like me with way too many knives. I don't know if there is such a thing as too many, but man, that's such a beautiful knife. And there was one we looked at on stream from either. I know it was Ketuo or whatever, however you say their name. Ketuo. I say Ketuo, but I'm sure I'm wrong. But there was one we looked at on stream that I wanted to ask Sever about to get me a deal on, and I can't remember which knife it was. And I don't think I think I went to the wrong site earlier when I was trying to find it again. And it might have been, and I don't know which one it was. I can tell you out of all these so far, I love this buckhorn. For some reason, I dig that. And I kind of like the Meridian and the Happy Hour a little bit, but I can't remember. And I love that these two. I love that one. That reminds me of like a Annex a little bit for some reason. And the number 2, I don't think I like the number 2 as much as I do the number 1 because of that big curve on the back. The number 1 got some weird lines, but it's not as curvy along the back. But it's driving me nuts because I wanted to ask him about one. Maybe it was... Wow. That one's dropped price, hasn't it? Man, they just make some wild stuff. That would be a fun one to even get the serrated blade. Yeah, I like that Bratva. That's a wild serrated blade, though. It looks good with that knife, though. I can't lie. That looks pretty wild. Yeah, that Bratva or whatever. I liked it a lot. That Telson is clean too. Does it come in a, yeah. Came in a green one, blue one, and a Zerk. G-Mascus. I cannot remember which one it was. That's a wild knife too. It's probably one they're sold out of. Like the one we looked at on Reddit. On the Chinese knives, the guy posted it. And that's that same guy that's got all those great knives that I've talked about before. That's showing that one. He's the one that's got all those clones. But yeah, it's a pretty nice looking knife. That's a brand I don't own any of yet, and I want to. And the action looks superb on it. Are y'all really watching seaplanes? Mitchell, yeah, the Kestrel is another one that I've been wanting. Well, not the... There's a few different Kestrels, actually. There's one from Hrmm, and there's one from QSP has a Kestrel. And somebody else has one, too. What is the other one? Max Ace has a Kestrel. That's a name, like, we looked this up on one other video. There's like 4 different Kestrels. CJRB has one. So, which Kestrel did you get? Look at this. From Kestrel Knives. So you got the, which one? Oh, the Hrmm. Yeah. That's what I figured. Yeah, Christopher, I like their table at Blade Show. They did feel good. I've got a Reich. I just don't have a Ketuo or Ketuo or I don't know the right pronunciation. Alright, let's see. Anything else? There's the new Kingfisher. I've already got the old one. That's it. I've still got to get some, I've still got to get a Poi Kilo and I want a North Mountain blade too. I think I want that, what is it? BNNB, I don't know. The Dwayne, oh my goodness. It's DUANE. Dwyer. Yeah, the BBNM. I couldn't remember the name of that. I think I still want one of those. And I still want a Poi Kilo. They're supposed to send me something. They both felt great at the table too. Oh, Mister, do you you're still doing the miniature thing, huh? I forgot about that. I didn't really forget about it. That's pretty cool. Having a hobby like that's pretty awesome. You ought to post some pictures of some of your models sometime. Let me check, see if I had anything else. No, I don't think so. Oh, Waylon got his giveaway win to match his first titanium knife I gave him was a tactical gears, so I gave him another titanium tactical gears for the giveaway win. So he got his in yesterday, and then John likes big knives, and I didn't figure he had a handmade shipwreck by me. And I know it's not a great total expensive knife, but at least I made the shipwreck, and he likes large knives, so I gave him a Krag that I shipwrecked. That's what he won. And Ed won the little M390. He had pointed it out that he liked it in one of my posts. And heck, I can't remember where. Could have sworn he posted a picture of it. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the one Ed won. I thought the lines on it would go good with his lanyards. Yeah, post some pics. That'd be cool. What else are we going to look at today? Y'all throw some stuff out. Let's see. If I had to pick my favorites out of all these, I would go here with the slice, swish buoy. I would go with the Spidey Chef. I would go with the Nirvana. I would go with the Python. I would go with the Edge Roddy. I would go with the Bodacious. Now we're getting tougher. I would probably go with the PM2. And then probably lastly out of these, I'll probably put this one just because it matches the PM2 I just put in here. So out of those 8 would probably be my favorite titanium ones. Then we got to find a place for these other ones. I wish I had a real one of these. PM2 Tonto. Yeah, I wish I had a real one of these. If I had a real one of these, it wouldn't still have these scales on it. I did the acid wash on that blade to darken it up, but and I'll tell you what, the Sage 5 is a great little knife. That big forward choil up there makes this little bitty knife so usable. Great little EDC knife. John, I didn't see that, but we'll look at it here in just a second. Let me get these put up. I'm trying to find a home for them where they don't get scratched, but it might be a little difficult. These two, the military and the K2, they both have that stupid tip down carry tip. I mean clip. I don't know why I said tip. And that drives me nuts. All right, one more to put up. I need to put this one closer to the titanium ones, I guess. All right, I'm all put up. Only one I still need to put back up is Whiskers. Now, John said something about a pair of 3 on knife swap. Reblade. I did not see it, but we are about to. Here's a PM3. Is that what you're talking about? Yep. Oh, wow. Well, let me download it and there we go. Wow. That's pretty sexy. I haven't even seen the blade yet. Yes, sir. That is a user. What do you get for it? 1,200? 1,300? 1,200. Called it. With your choice of scales. Either the RG Custom Metalworks or the Aramis. So we got to go check out RG Custom Metalworks now. Alrighty then. Just right to it. Straight to it. Okay. Alright. I see what he's doing. Wow. How much are they? 210 bucks. How much are the... Seems like they're all 210 bucks. Matching $90 for the milled matching clip. Yeah, definitely the RG ones over the Aramis. $210 ain't too bad, but you'd have to get the matching clip. $395 for the custom feather pattern. I mean, that looks good without the reblade. Yeah. Let's see. About Us. He's got an Instagram link. We go back, see what we got here as far as links go. Got a Facebook. We go to one of these posts to see if they linked him. Oh, his IG account was taken down recently. All right. Well, there we go. So it said go to the Facebook group. So here's his Facebook group. I'll follow. Special sale on 2 fully assembled with the full, he's got the full knives. 2 sets. Email me price and details. All right then. Yeah, Rock Scale does do a good job. They made some for a what knife was that I was going to buy? Some Rock Scale. Dang it, they had them on Blade HQ. I don't know. They I don't know what I think about this pattern. Cannot remember who they made, what they made scales for. It's gonna drive me nuts. It was like it was an obscure knife. It's not one of these 3, I don't think. I think they made some for like a cold steel or something. Cannot remember. It'll drive me nuts. Let's see. I think it was on Blade HQ though, which was a weird place to have them, but Rock Scale. No. Wasn't on there. Huh. There's another integral I wouldn't mind having. I'm kind of burnt out on those right now, though. Chavez knives. Anything super cool this morning yet? Atom and a neutron. Neutron sold. So did, oh, that's the one I wanted too. I don't have an alert set up for it because it's kind of one I didn't think I would find, and that's a pretty one of it though. If I was going to get one, it would be that one. Thought he said an Atom. Where's the Atom? Wilson Combat. $1,000. Oh, there was a really cool picture the other day of a breakdown. I gotta see if I can find that, but seeing that copper, I mean bronze washer, good grief, I can't talk. Somebody posted a breakdown picture the other day on Reddit of all the different CRKs. I'm pretty sure it was on Knives. See if we can scroll down just a little bit and see if we find that. It might have been Knife Porn, but I think it was in the Knives subreddit. But he had a super cool picture of a breakdown. That's a cool picture. Bunch of bangers in there. These guys in Knives have some pretty wild collections. I guarantee you not a single one of those is a fake. Better man than I. I gotta show you that picture though. Shouldn't be too many more down. We're gonna run across some cool stuff regardless. That was a pretty cool version I saw posted too. The Drop Bear in S90V, White Mountain Knives exclusive version. That's pretty cool. We're getting closer then, if I remember that post. I could probably type in CRK and do a search, but every time I do that, I end up having to scroll anyway because it doesn't show up right. And I'm not totally sure. Got to be getting close. It was only a day or so ago, and we're 2 days ago. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're getting close. Yep. Yep. Same day. Same day. Same day. Pretty sure. Come on. Where you at? Yep. Because there's another one. I saw that one. It's probably in a different. And there's that one I showed you. Yep. I can't remember what the title of the post was. Not even sure if it said CRK in the title. That's a pretty knife. Crystallized tie. Yeah, I saw that one the same day. That made me want to go grab some wrenches and hit the grinder. There's my buddy, my Carta Mondays. I don't know where the post is, but there was a super cool post of a breakdown of a disassembly. Yeah, there's another banger collection. But the one Alright, I'm about to give up here in a second and type. Man, that's pretty too. Just type in CRK and see if we can find them. Favorite big fellas so far. Might have been in like knife making too. Oh wait. This might be the guy. Let's open this guy. See if he did any other posts. Yeah, it's not that guy. That's one of those guys. But it was super cool to see all the breakdown. Because they all had different shaped little custom washers. Alright, I give up. Let me search for CRK. See, there's one of them, but 4 years ago, wow. Alright, let me sort by newest. I knew it didn't have CRK in the title. That's why I didn't even attempt to do that. Oh man, it doesn't have breakdown in the title either. But let's check that. Selection. Whoops. Yep. Not seeing it. Oh well, I'll find it and show it to y'all. It's a cool picture. And like I said, it could have been in knife porn. Yeah, who is this? Let's check this guy. Nope, not that guy either. But it was somebody with a collection like that. Had them all taken apart. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Reddit knife community is a cool place, though. Man. Yep. Gotta get one. I'm jealous of y'all that did. Oh well, I can't find it. What else y'all want to look at today? Gotta put these back up too. They've just been laying around. Yeah, y'all give me something to look at. What are y'all buying? What are y'all getting in this week? I'm getting something delivered today that I have no idea what it is. It says it's out for delivery. I hate that. You can't figure out what you've ordered. Thinking it might be something from Kickstarter or something. It says it's originated in Aurora, Illinois. The only thing I can find out. And usually stuff out of Chicago. It went from Aurora to Chicago, so that could be an AliExpress, but I don't have any AliExpress knives that are outliers that haven't shown up yet. Model 1 and a Mr. Eddie custom. Yeah, I almost bought a Model 1 and a Model 2 bundle the other day. What is a Mr. Eddie custom? Thank you, by the way, Robin, for giving me something to look at. I'm going to follow this guy. Well, I like it already. Psych. Yeah. There's the T6000, the little version. First one I would pick on his page is a Bless knife. Pretty funny. That's a pretty one too. So he just does custom work for people's knives, I guess. What it's looking like. There's a Arcona Ron. That's one of those Chinese specials. See if we can yeah. Titanium version one I could deal with. It meets that criteria, almost 22 centimeters. It's over 8 inches, so oh, he makes fixed blades? That wasn't the same guy? Or maybe it was the same guy, but maybe he makes fixed blades too. Yeah, there we go. Whalers. There's his whaler knife. Alright. That's awesome. SRC Boomer Slang. Boom Slang. Boom Slang. Oh, nice. Serpent's Run makes that goon that I've talked about that I still can't figure out if I want. Did you get this version or did you get the this one? Did you get the pretty one or the plain Jane? Yeah, TC. I swear they use them like cars. I was seeing a quote the other day about how many people had their pilot's license up there, and it was pretty wild. I would have got that one. Is that the one? Which one did you get, John? Yeah, good call. Yeah, it's got that eyeball like the goon. That's the whole reason I haven't bought a goon yet. Because I just can't, I just don't know about the teardrop blade hole. I mean, I love the knife. And they make a plain Jane goon. My buddy had one. A couple of buddies had one actually. He makes a lot of crazy ones, but he's got a plain Jane one too. Arizona Customs will have one. Well, I said they would. I don't see it. Serpents Run Goon. Images. There it is. There's the plain Jane one. It looks like pretty much the same knife with a different blade shape, probably, as the one. Man, how much is this? $230? Plain Jane one's cheaper. That's good. That would look sick with the multicolored anno on it, the different layers. Like the top layer, one color, the next layer down, another one, and then the third layer, maybe some kind of shadowing. Oh yeah, Mister, the DHC2. I like documentaries. Let's see what that's called. Here it is. The Immortal Beaver on the Move. All right, I will save for watch later. All right, got that added. Thank you, sir. uh what did you all right, let's see. What else today? What else today? And I wish I could find that one picture, man. It was so cool. Sold. Anything else cool today? Uh-oh. Tucson Tuesday. Tucson fixed blade for $50. That's pretty wild. See the chunky boy for $65. It is a chunky boy. Too much carbon fiber. Too much yellow. Too much carbon fiber. That ruins my knife choices. Too much curve. And too many flipper tabs. All right then. You got a freak? I like the freak. What did the last freak sell for? What are they? Oh, and yours is a S90V 10 days ago. Is this you? One sold for $225. Is that what yours is? The carbon fiber one? Christopher? Betting it is. That knife's comfortable for sure. Wish it wasn't the carbon fiber one. Yeah, I don't see any either, Christopher. On the Discord, I went and looked too. They're not in there. I mean, not recently. That's a pretty Tucson that someone posted today in the pocket check. I didn't know. The top one, I mean, not the bottom one. Yeah, maybe it's in the buy, sell, and trade. No. Which model is that? Tucson. Robin, I just showed that documentary. I just saved the video. It's called dang it. Let me go to my history here. I just showed it a second ago. It's called this right here. Here's the link to it if you want to watch it. Okay, Robin, I didn't know. Sorry. Post a link. I'll post away. I'm gonna add Mitchell too. Thought I already added. Yeah, Robin. Thought I already added y'all. Sorry. Post a link. There it is. That looks comfortable too. All right, guys. I think I'm going to start winding this one down. If y'all hadn't hit that thumbs up, please do so. I'm about to get out there and grind on the fixed blade for a little while on my day off today. So I'm looking forward to working on the fixed blade today. Because we got to get some stuff done to it tomorrow. And I still got to work on this knife. Terrible. I'm gonna have to bend the end of this or something. because it's not riding right. Alrighty, peoples. Hope y'all have a great hump day. Let's see. We'll go check out Robin's post before we leave. What are we looking at on here? Well, we'll look at this one while you tell me what we're looking at on the... Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, good call. What are we looking at on this knife swap post? Robin? The Tonto. Aha. Yeah. Looks like your style. Looks like that other knife, the handles do at least. Yeah, that one. What was that other one? Yeah, I got it. It looks like you. What was that one? Somebody, I think it was you that bought that had handles, some kind of different texture like that not long ago. I can't remember which knife it was though. Yeah, the dominoes. Yeah, the domino one. That was the name of it, wasn't it? The domino? That's why I said it looked like your style. Can't even remember who makes it. Oh, is it attention to detail? Yeah, that was it. Yeah. That's definitely your style. I mean, look at that one, and everybody's got a style. That's cool. I like seeing other people's style, but that one and that one favor each other quite a bit. Textured handles, smaller blades. Yeah. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing both of those. I like them both. They're definitely not knives I would run across in my browsing, probably. I mean, I might, because they look a lot like knives I like. I like both of them, actually. I just wouldn't think I would. That one's a little blade heavy, but still super cool. Well, all right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, hope y'all have a great hump day. Yeah, there probably is a code in the dominoes. If you add up the numbers, it's probably 666. Just kidding. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. If y'all need me, hit me up. We'll be back tomorrow to work on the fixed blade and look at more knives.